Yeah.
Can you have Val tell me what his email is since he doesn't have his headphones on?
Oh, it's first name dot last name at gmail.com.
How did I not have...
Not legitimately like first name, but his
Right,
first name. Yeah.
al.ghetto@gmail.com. I didn't have it in here for some reason.
Well, it's because it's Albert.
Oh, it's Albert, not Al?
Yeah.
Okay. I did have it. Awesome. Okay.
Clarice, what are you doing? What's your malfunction?
Do you remember the pigs, Clarice?
Pepper's Farm remembers.
Is it lambs?
It's beef and lambs.
No, it's...
she said pigs. Right?
Is it?
Oh
Okay.
my
You like
god.
that, Matt?
I've seen the movie like twice.
That is so
No, I could
freaking
have sworn she said
cool.
pigs.
She probably did.
I think she said pigs.
Who said pigs?
The guy, fucking Anthony Hopkins.
Well, that's not a she, but yeah, no, Odin didn't say pigs.
I think he said pigs.
No,
Do you
it's
remember the
lambs.
pigs, Clarice?
Silence of the Lambs, because she's trying to silence them, because she always hears them screaming in her head.
You're digging.
Listen,
deep. You're
if
digging
I-
deep. Shut up. -1 to something.
-1 to something.
I don't know
Clay,
what yet, but it's -1.
I'm leaving that up for all night, man.
That's
Nice,
funny.
nice. I posted it into the Skype.
Oh, Skype's so far
Yeah.
away. I'll read it after I get up.
Skype's so far away.
It is. We're at, like, my computer's over there, and Drew's computer's over there, and we have
You
different...
look at your phone.
Oh, I don't have it on my... Do I have it on my phone?
Probably not. Yeah, that's true.
And Heather, I'm fairly certain that you were right. I think this is a Mad Beard character.
It is.
Now that I'm
I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, so I think it's one I sent you. It's a really good one.
And we're
Trey,
live, by the way.
What I posted was Darkwing Duck. It's I am the terror that flaps in the night. That's Savari's wanted poster.
That's amazing. I'll find him off of that. Don't worry. We're live, hun.
And we are live!
Still think it's pigs.
It probably is.
Were you looking it up?
Yes. I think it's pigs. I remember.
not pigs.
I remember
That's fine.
pigs.
Why would it be Silence
Okay.
of the Lambs if it was pigs?
He's the DM. He's right tonight. Okay, it doesn't.
It could be pigs.
Pigs or
Why-
not-
just
or
'cause it's the
lambs.
name of the movie.
I'm gonna drown her.
He's the DM. He's of course he's right.
Oh, Jesus.
It's actually lambs.
It is lambs. I just found it.
Shh. Okay, fine.
It's a -1 to something right now.
For Clay
Yeah.
and me?
Everyone.
Damn
God
it.
damn
True.
Let's keep going, Clay. We'll
Pigs.
get everybody down
Broncos
in negative.
for no
Pig
reason. Damn
sounds
it.
way cooler.
A cheese
Can't
takes
think of anything
-1.
else to come with. So
A cheese takes -1 to the damage bestowed upon him.
Okay, so hey everybody, welcome back. We're D&Ding again. In our last break that we took, we had a couple weeks. Little break. We did a lot of written stuff. Everybody is with their respective class mentors, we'll say. We're going to assume that 2 years have passed. Everyone has now assumed their class and is level 1. For those that don't know, Kratos is in Silvery Moon, training to be a wizard. Addie is in Hell.
Crazy town.
You're going to be in a place that's the Tower of Lovatar. Have fun with that.
Thank you.
Aegis, you took a journey to learn how to be a smith and be one with the forge, and you are in Citadel Adbar.
Okay.
Savari, you were started in Baldur's Gate, found that the Assassin's Guilds were just a little bit too bossy for your liking, so you ventured your way out. You got in a little tuffle with a halfling. Early on, a bunch of shit happened. You are now in Waterdeep, and you have set up a nice little fence. So, you got a little going on there. Not too much to make a big
deal.
not too much to make a big
I got like a
scene.
little corner of a tavern.
Yeah, you got like a hot dog
Just on
stand, you know,
That works.
amongst the bigger thieves guilds that are there. Let's see, Hades, you are in the Glimmerwood. with a bunch of moonies. It's a new word. I'm calling them moonies
Drug term.
That's fine.
from here on out.
Hippy dippy.
And yeah, so we're going to pick up with you guys kind of coming into your own. And we are going to start with Addie.
See?
So, where you find yourself is very similar to the same cell that you were dragged into. You are in rags. You are beaten. You are bloody. Everything hurts. You find yourself mentally thinking dark thoughts a lot, and things are creeping in that wouldn't normally creep into your mind. Much to be like, just kill him, do this, try that, why are you here? Do you really want to be this? Why don't you just give up? Just quit. It stinks everywhere. Smells of blood. In fact, you can hear faint screaming in the distance. In your room, there's a lot of Iron Maidens. There's stretch tables. There's whips. Typical of what you would imagine is a symbol of Lovitar. And you hear footsteps approaching.
Is it a normal time for that to happen?
Yeah. You think it might be. Gather up the whipping people time.
Oh, good. That's my favorite time of day.
Yeah.
Love that time of day.
The door creaks open. It's from what you remember of a gentleman by the name of Lahal.
Lahal.
And he looks at you. Come, it's time.
I go. I probably know better by now.
He grabs you violently by the back of your neck,
Okay.
shoves you. Maybe this is the day that you quit. I do hope so.
Let's keep walking. I keep getting drug or go that way.
Okay. He keeps pushing you along. He takes you into a center room with a big, like, cauldron.
Okay.
It's got red liquid in it. You could only assume that it's blood. And your friend is standing in front of it.
Oh man, the pie guy.
Yeah, the pie guy.
Whose name I forget.
He never told you his name.
That's okay.
And he still hasn't.
I call him pie guy in my head.
Pie guy.
Say it to his face.
I'll probably.
Do you say that in your head? Do you say, hey, it's pie guy?
Hey, it's pie guy. I mean, am I used to this though? So that'd be different. Like if I was used to this
Oh
happening.
yeah,
then-
this happened before, but
Yeah.
this time it's a little different. There's candles lit. There's people stretched out on crosses, upside down, bleeding out.
This is okay.
There's little tracks.
This is okay. Everything's
There's-
okay. It's
so
fine.
where they're bleeding, there's tracks that lead down and into the middle, and you can almost assume that this thing's
It's
building.
building up from there.
They're not alive.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
wouldn't
kind
think
of
so.
there dying. He smiles. Still staying silent, are we? This is not you that I remember. There was a time when you were mouthy. But I guess a good beating always keeps you silent. Come.
All right.
Laval kind of, and you kind of get a feeling that he's not too happy.
All right. Not too happy with me, or not too happy
The
with
situation that's going on right now.
Pie guy.
Yeah,
I blame pie guy.
pie guy. So tell me, Addie, you chose to come here. Why? This is a time for you to speak.
Because it was the right thing to do.
The right thing.
The thing I wanted. For me, that was right. Doesn't matter if it's right to anybody else but me.
Funny. You felt no urge. You didn't seek vengeance. You didn't have hate in your heart.
Everybody has hate in their heart.
That is not true.
Except for Hades.
She has hate. in her heart.
Oh, good. See, everybody.
Not everyone. There are some that are touched by light that do not necessarily know hate.
Somebody
way
raises their
that-
hand.
yeah.
really far away.
I felt the hand raise. There are some that do not know hate like we know hate. Of course, I can't say that I hate anyone. I truly love them all. I love their screams, their pain. Do you feel that?
Oh, that's hard. Hold on. I'm trying to think of what we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Roll a charisma check.
I can do that.
I'm so charismatic.
Yeah, 17. I'm not awful.
Considering average is like 9, I would
These
say
dice are really hard to read.
not awful.
15. Just because the dice are hard to read.
Is that with your bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead and say what you're gonna say. 'Cause
The screams are fun, but the silent death is also good too. One that you know is happening and they don't know is happening. That might be a little bit more enjoyable. They don't know it's coming, and then all of a sudden it hits them. You know it's coming the entire time.
I'm gonna become a sniper.
that is not our way. I would have figured you would have learned by now.
Oh,
The silent death is for assassins,
yeah.
hiding in the shadows and creepy.
I don't want to be an assassin.
It seems as though you wish to be one.
No, I just think there's a kind of it'd be fun to try it one time to like. Remember those blueberry pies you made?
Yes.
God, I really wanted to feed that to my friends. Well,
Do you even know what was with the pies?
no, I really want to.
Literally, they were just pies.
I mean, I kind of hope they were, and then all this just
Yeah.
went on.
He was just really happy.
They were exceptional blueberry pies.
Plus 2 blueberry pies.
So, in you, you feel an urge to kind of agree with him and start to follow what he's saying. You can roll a con check to try to fight against it, or you can just
Has
go
this
with
happened with him before?
it. No, this is something new.
Okay, I'll try because I should. 19, 22.
Okay, so yeah, you can either fight it or let it
The
happen.
light dice.
Like you can easily just shrug it to the side.
So I wanna see where it kind of goes. I want to play along, but I
Okay.
want to have the ability to stop it if I want to.
Okay, so he continues
Hmm.
about this is not our way. We do not hide. It's not that we do not become crafty,
That's what I want to do, crafty.
but when it comes down to the fun, well, you've seen.
It is quite enjoyable.
So when you say that,
Mhm.
it is, but you feel something deeper. Like what would be more enjoyable is to, like, you get an image in your head of the skin bubbling
Yeah,
and like just decay.
not the blood and the
Yeah, not the
peeling and
like
the
screaming, just the you know, like blight would
Mhm.
be. So Eddie, it is your turn to show us what you've learned. And another door opens and you see a couple servants come in black robes and hoods over their face, and they got symbols on the front and back with
Mhm.
a whip, a cat of nine tails, basically. And they're dragging a little boy. He's probably 8, 9 years old, crying,
Mhm.
just weak, underfed, malnourished.
Mhm.
And he looks at you and he says,
What, is she joining Hydra or something?
Practically.
Hail Hydra.
"So, make him scream."
The compulsion's not there to do it.
The compulsion's not there to make him scream.
Right. To do. Yeah.
But there still is a compulsion
Right,
there
right.
that maybe something else could happen. You're not necessarily sure what.
Right.
He pulls out a ceremonious whip
The ceremonial whip.
and hands it to you. The leather still warm.
From those dudes hanging upside down. Or probably not, maybe not upside down. Are they upside down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to poison him with anything here. Yeah, fine. I couldn't.
I don't think anyone's ever said yeah fine to this situation, but
It's not like you didn't do the same thing on Tuesday.
Right.
It's true.
Like, literally, this is just an average Thursday.
This is the first time that you've
Got to
actually
do
had
it,
to do
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
In front of in front of the other players.
And for the other players, yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the whip.
And I will, because I made the roll, I will act more enjoying of that than I would really feel if it was the other. If we were going the way we were talking about earlier.
Okay, so you grab the whip and you take it and you bring it back and you slam it down and it connects with the boy and he squeals. The cat o' nine tail barbs grab in, they rip flesh off, and he's bleeding out. He's pretty much in shock already.
Well, yeah.
You keep swinging. About your third swing, you feel an urge to let something go. Like within you, you feel like a power
Man, do
that's...
I get to vomit up black awesomeness?
I wouldn't go that far. But
Okay.
like, let's one step
Okay,
at a time.
sorry.
Like, I didn't realize you wanted to be a fucking spewer of poison. Calm down, Nurgle.
Nurgle. It's just like my normal life.
Yeah. I am the plague bringer.
Honey, it's Friday, not Thursday.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry.
That's for Thursdays.
Sorry. All right. I'll let it go.
Okay, so when you release it, you feel something leave from within you, and it enters into the cat o' nine tails, and you hear a voice. This might be more what you're looking for, and the cat o' nine tails strikes, and the kid just like stiffens, and then his skin literally starts to just peel off of his fingertips.
It's so much better.
And you see the guy, give me that whip, and he takes it from your hands. Take her away. And you kind of see him just standing over, and he's like trying to push the body away, as if he doesn't want it to get in mixed with
With his precious blood.
his sweet, sweet blood pot.
Is that a new thing? Sweet blood pot.
Sweet, sweet blood pot, man.
I guess I'll be taken away.
So yeah, you're taken away. You feel relieved, but you also feel sick at the same time. Like
Right.
You're not really sure what just
Can I
happened.
pass the sickness on to the people dragging me away?
I was not expecting that, and that is a wonderful suggestion. Roll. I'll roll. Start
Is it the
calling-
servants that are taking her away?
Start calling you Big John from the Green Mile.
I'm just trying. Big John.
Yes, you can, because I just rolled 100%.
Yep,
So
I did.
have fun with that.
Yep.
So as you're feeling sick and they're carrying you, you kind of just let go again, and
Yeah.
you feel everything leave your body, and they immediately, like, their grip on you just weakens as their skin just falls off their hands, and they start screaming. Nobody cares,
Yeah.
because everybody's screaming in this fucking
Right.
building, so nobody really gives a shit. These
Oh,
guys are screaming too.
Cool.
Like
cool. I'm just gonna walk away.
even the guy like at the end of the hall just looks down, and he's
They have keys on them.
Oh yeah, they're.
Oh yeah.
Screaming party.
Yeah, I mean it's loud as fuck in here, and
Everyone's invited.
it's just kind of gross.
I take the keys.
This whole party's great.
I
Yeah.
take whatever I can find.
Okay, yeah, I mean they have
Yeah.
the robes on them and their keys. That's really all they have.
Robe myself. Key
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
I'm on a journey.
Yeah, you are. You gotta.
Oh yeah, yeah.
find
This will be fun.
your way out of a tower.
Hey, well,
Uh,
I made melty people.
so
That
we're,
was so fun.
we're gonna stop there with
You
you,
can't just make melty people. That's not good.
It is good.
and we're going to go to Aegis.
Go Aegis.
So
Your turn, Kronk.
in your
On
in your times of in your time of living in Citadel Adbar and traversing the area and everything, you become quite familiar with it. Badagast is still with you, still, telling you that your stuff is junk and you should probably change that armor.
I so don't. In fact, actually, you
It's
know
still
what?
called a Tusker.
You
No,
know what?
Badagast is not. He's not a Tusker kind of guy. He doesn't. He respects half orcs enough to not call you a full shitty orc.
When he says that, I spin on my armor and I polish it up, just looking at him, and I'll make my armor +1 today. That's the thing that I'm making it +1, just because.
Yeah, so when you do that, he kind of chuckles at you, like, me thinks you think you're something special, but she's just a little boy still.
How you said I've been here 2 years, right?
Yes.
Is that what you said? I guarantee that we've had this same conversation
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the past 2 years.
Oh,
yeah. This is road.
It's a weekly thing.
Yeah, it's road.
You knows what they say about turds, Aegis. No matter how much you polish that thing, it's still a turd.
You're just like a fucking rage monster.
When are you gonna craft something that's worth the damn?
Start axing people.
2 years. I mean,
I have to stop making it for short people. I can actually make it to someone that's actually normal size.
normal size from a half orc. Nothing's normal about you, me boy.
Especially where it counts.
So, what have you made today? Anything worth anything?
I've made my patience a little thicker talking to you.
Hey, patience. I'm talking about weapons. Have you been
What do you want me
practicing?
to make? What do you think? All I do is ting 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 all day.
Me thinks you ting ting all day, yes, and me thinks you ain't getting any better.
Have you seen what the women look like around here?
They look just like me.
Yeah, sorry. Exactly. I'm not tinging you.
So
All right.
he's walking around grabbing, stuff that is in your area. You basically would have like a little, like a hut that's designated for, Aegis's.
You actually kind of waddle more than you walk. You know that, right?
Yeah, you'd waddle if you was as old as me too.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, I gotta carry your ass everywhere.
Whatever.
You know how hard it was for me to get a half orc into Citadel Adbar.
I was drinking. Oh,
If only you knew.
I don't know. I'm a Tusker. What do I know?
So I've noticed you fell fond of the forge, and you found something within you.
I did.
So
Gives me direction. The flames speak to me. Look at the flames. Have you looked at them today?
I look at the flames every day, you idiot.
I'll cast guidance. I'll look at it. What do the flames tell me today?
Okay, so the flames, you look into them and you start to see things form. You see your future, basically. You're kind of seeing outside of Citadel Adbar. You see yourself. You see glory. You see brightness. You see Aegis atop, basically. Then they kind of flicker away, and Badagast stares at you intently while you do this.
Is there a within reach? Is there a project that we've been working on, whether it be like a helmet or something that's almost kind of half finished? Because while I'm doing this, I'm gonna finish it, and then I'll cast Mender Broken. Chaos Forger has to say about it. after it's done.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's
Yeah,
lots.
yeah. Something I can get done fairly easily.
Yeah,
like-
there's lots of half-ass shit sitting around.
All right.
I mean,
you want to roll
it is
or what?
Aegis' hut. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Well. So as you pull it out and your eyes, kind of flare up a little bit and get excited, Badagas is watching. You grab the nearest helmet. You start.
Oh, and for this percentile stuff,
Mhm.
I want you to roll it.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
You're not
cool.
rolling it.
I want no part of that. All right.
So we're gonna say we'll just.
Whatever, you don't gotta tell me what it is. Just I'll know what the.
So as you're tinging away and you're about ready to finish this, you're getting to your last ting and the fires flare up a little bit around it.
Yeah.
Your hammer kind of glows and you smack that thing and it seems like a really good solid hit. Like you're like, yes, this was good. Like, okay, this is and you take it, stick it in the water, cool it, temper it, all that.
Yeah.
Badagas kind of looks at it. Well, why couldn't you make yourself a helmet like that?
Who's to say this one won't be mine?
The size of it, stupid.
I looked at it.
It's for a dwarf, dummy. Your head's huge. I mean,
Look at it. Look, it's like
it's
Sputnik.
it's like an empty satchel.
It's a virtual
so-
planetoid.
Your head's like as wide as your
He's
clavicle.
asleep tonight on his huge
Right.
pillow.
I heard that word once. Here, you wear it then.
I don't wear helmets.
Go give it to some poor person. Why don't you wear helmets? Protect your head, stupid. Protect your neck.
Badagas has been known to have the hardest head here, so I don't need a helmet, friend.
Let me hit it.
Go ahead. What are you gonna hit it with?
I throw something at him.
He just gonna.
Handful of hot coals.
Don't do that. That might spark a whole different. No pun intended there.
Everybody's on fire.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, the hut's burned to the
She's
ground.
screaming.
Yeah. So he tells you, well, why don't you sell it? Some dwarf will come buy that in a heartbeat. It's beautiful.
This helmet has been blessed by the visions that I've seen in the flames. You don't sell this for coin. You sell that other junk that's not done for coin. This is a gift.
There may be a tiger. His pineal gland is going crazy.
Listen, I know you landed once and found your nut blindy, but what I got to tell you is it's just a helmet, man. Like, you might have felt something from your god come out of you. Great. That's
You
a helmet.
questioning my beliefs?
No, because we share the same belief, stupid. You think,
All right, I can accept
You
that.
think I don't know what it's like to talk to the gods of the Forge? Honestly.
We should get a drink.
Yes, we should. Badagas is he's pretty old.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna bring this helmet. And I'm just gonna look for some random dwarf that I'm just gonna give it to in the way.
It's a
Yeah.
Citadel
Yeah,
Admar's very
it's-
busy, so
You know what? Actually, hey man, I will. You know what? I will. I'll let the flames guide me. I'll look for a sign to give it to somebody. You know what I mean? I'll look for a sign.
Right.
Look for the sign from the Chaos Forger.
yeah, you're
look for-
off in the smithing area, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
smiths tinging away. I mean, you can hear the hammer, you can hear the bellows pumping, the heat. It's hot as fuck over here.
Right.
There's melting pots everywhere. You see,
I'll take a moment to do kind of like an appraising glance as I'm walking by.
Mhm.
How does my stuff measure up?
your like stuff that you're wearing,
No,
or
no,
the helmet.
Stuff the stuff that I'm making. Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
stuff's pretty.
I mean, am I on par with some of these guys?
Yeah,
Am
your
I-
stuff's pretty on standard with over here. Like you got a feeling that this is where they craft a lot of the mundane stuff, but master crafters take a very long time to build, especially the dwarven quality to be a master crafter. It takes a long time.
But I'm getting better then. Over these 2
Yeah,
years,
you're,
I've learned.
exactly. Yeah, you're improving.
Right.
You do notice that there's a couple young dwarfs that are struggling. As they're tinging, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't have that rhythm. They're off a little bit. You notice that they're cooling the blades too fast, too slow. Like you can tell that they're not they're not getting it right now. As one of them, Tings, you kind of hear like a real distinct ringing in your ear, and it kind of sparks you a little bit. And he's really frustrated. Like he's getting angry. Like he throws his hammer down. He takes the thing that he was building, throws it across the hall, and just tings across the ground. You kind of have an urge that you need to maybe give him a little bit of something, like something to look to.
Dwarf.
Are you talking to Badagast or the?
The one's getting mad.
Okay, yeah. So Badagast kind of stops, looks, and the dwarf's like, "What do you want, half orc?" Jesus.
Tusker to you, buddy.
Would you rather me call you Tusker, stupid? All right, Tusker, what do you want?
If you own what people are gonna call to make fun of you, then it no longer hurts, stupid.
Keep telling yourself that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you keep telling yourself you know how to forge, because right now you're shit. Get better. Use this as a template. Bleed for the forge. Look at the flames. Listen to them.
He kind of takes your helmet, looks at it, and he's kind of see him like.
And don't trust mages.
I agree.
What?
It's kind of me.
What? All right. I don't understand what that has to do with the situation. This is a mighty fine helmet. Did you make this?
Of course I did.
You've
What
come.
do you think I'm doing? Just giving other people stuff that I didn't make?
Well,
They pret-
judging by day-to-day activities, it sounds like you're just swinging a hammer at shit over there. Anyway, that's a good-looking helmet, and I think, I can see you did a very fine job here.
Oh yeah.
Get better. Make a better one than this.
I might have to dwell on this a little bit.
When in doubt, add some blood to the fire. It works.
I'm not leaving the town.
I know somebody who's selling blood.
Yeah, I know someone who has a lot of blood. Like, just there's no A positive, A negative. It's just all of it.
All the blood.
I know an 8-year-old that doesn't need it anymore.
The alphabet soup of blood.
Yeah,
Love of
literally.
soup.
Oh, look, I found an O.
Pies, alphabet soup. We'll have a whole freaking demonic picnic here soon.
Right?
So
Who's bringing the chicken?
he takes the helmet, nods at you, thanks you. You and Badagast continue walking down to the ad bar. Badagast kind of says, that was very well done of you. Aegis, I'm quite surprised, actually. You're not usually
Generous
friendly at all.
by a bunch of dwarves. Surliness is kind of like second nature.
Well, we're still friendly to each other, but you're just sometimes just mean. Aegis.
My half work, they don't treat me right.
Have you been?
You're all right.
Have you been here the last 2 years?
Physically, yes.
they treat you like a dwarf.
Right.
Then
I
they're
guess so.
Then they're treating
You
you
know
right.
what? In a weird way, I guess that makes sense. You're all right. Although you're keeping me from getting drunk.
Well, I want to talk to you about that.
About my drinking?
I know.
It's not going to be another intervention. We already had that last week. That didn't go so well.
You're growing.
About my growing?
You're kind of a giant.
Well, not kind of. By your standards, I'm definitely a giant.
And
I'm going to be 2 giants. Like an Etten.
that's my point, boy. Eventually, you're gonna outgrow. Well, just down here in general.
So you're kicking me out?
No,
All right, then I'm confused.
I'm telling you. You might need to go on your own. What was that? Is that a dog?
There's ears, I
That,
imagine.
that would be clear. He's shaking
I
his
would hope so.
floppy ears.
That's the dachshund ears.
I
They're
thought it was Clay,
unmistakable.
just letting loose.
I don't even care.
Oi!
I forgot to mute my mic.
Clarice, come on.
What I'm telling you is you're welcome to stay here, but it's gonna get really, really uncomfortable.
All right, then I should probably leave because I should not stay my welcome.
But before you leave, I want to tell you, and I want to give you something. I've watched you very closely.
Can it be cured by a poultice?
Fucking God.
I'll cast a message on it. Don't worry.
You know, those dwarf diseases.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Got one from that brothel.
He
Alright,
just
but
does dwarves.
go
At
ahead.
least 1.0 did.
Go ahead. All right, you were saying before I distracted you with my keen wit.
What I wish for you to do, and what I've noticed these last few years, is you got a little bit of wild in you still.
Wild is where the magic is.
If you're a sorcerer, yeah.
Not a sorcerer. This kind of, don't even say that word. It's like a swear word.
When you're a cleric, it comes, well, from within you.
From within the flame. But the flames are chaotic. The flames are wild. You can't tame the flames.
That's exactly what I'm trying to point out to you, dummy.
Wait a second. So then if I understood what you were throwing down, how am I a dummy?
I just want you to be careful, me boy.
I'll use protection.
All wit aside, I know you're gonna leave. You've been destined to leave since you got here.
Yeah, it is time for me to leave.
In the
I got
time,
that.
in the time of your misjudgment and darkness, I wish for you to remember the sound and rhythm of the hammer. Though the flames might grant you power, and that's, well, your choice. Or maybe you were chosen. Remember, we took you in. We showed you this. Don't let me down.
I won't let you down. I understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna get all mushy on you, but I get it.
He takes out
In
his
the-
he takes out his smithing tools while he's talking to you. And he hands them to you and tells you, now when you swing this hammer, at least you'll know what a real hammer feels like.
I'll kind of look at him a little bit, and I probably can't help myself but grin. And how's the weight? Is the weight better than the one I've been wielding?
Yes, like significantly. These are like primo fucking tools that he just handed you. He kind of waddles off, laughing to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you are near an inn down there. That's where you're at. Badagast kind of just chuckles his way back down to the smithing area.
You know what? However much coin I have, I'm gonna spend it in the inn. I'm gonna get hammered. I'm gonna get my stuff penniless. And I'm gonna go out in the world.
That's a wonderful idea. Don't worry about buying provisions to survive off of.
Just go.
I don't need to eat food. The flames told me. The flame said, I don't
The
need
fire feeds my
Yeah.
belly.
The flame
Did you-
says, fuck backpacks.
Did anybody did you create food
All
and
right.
water?
All right, after I buy that stuff, how's that sound?
Oh, okay.
He's in here.
Yeah, we'll say you can, you've amassed a little bit, a little bit of coin down here. I mean,
Right,
you are with dwarves and you're crafting, so. So you're in the inn, getting hammered. Check.
All right.
Clay Savari.
Yes.
You are on the street corner of Waterdeep.
Okay.
You were down in the lower district.
So funny. Oh, not that kind of.
No, different.
Hey, buddy, want to buy my sister for a copper?
You're just standing there at your little fence shack. You got your basic goods out. You don't want to look just like a, hey, I'm accepting goods now type of thing.
Right,
But
right.
you have just little trinkets, some silks and cloths and stuff. You're in the general marketplace area in the lower district.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a shithole. There's trash everywhere. Lots of poor people. Every so often you see kind of somebody that's a little higher class come by looking for that great deal.
Right. I'll play the whole huckster thing.
Okay.
Oh, could I interest you in something?
This,
We have some very fine artifacts from Luskin here, and this dagger here was made in the Sword Coast by an expert bladesmith.
Luskin, you say? Luskin has no fine crafts. They're so-so.
You just don't know where to look for them.
I can assure you, Elf, I know where to look. Roll your charisma, Clay. Oh, Jesus. Let's see if I can...
17.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, I know where to look. And you kind of see him, he keeps looking at it. And you're able to catch a little twinkle, like in his eye. He's kind of like,
He's interested in it.
Yeah, he's definitely showing a little bit more interest now that you pointed it out.
Yeah, I'll kind of act like I'm drawing his attention away from it, then come back to it with some fact about it.
Okay, yeah. So, Luskin, you say, Master Bladesmith. Do you know the Master Bladesmith's name, by chance?
Yes, Valtraxis.
Valtraxis. That sounds familiar, almost like a dragon that I used to talk to. Tell me, what's your name, Elf?
Alfred.
Alfred.
Alfred the elf.
Yeah, you're
That's a lie.
Alfred for sure. You are definitely Alfred to this guy. Well, Alfred, tell me.
It's good to have the secret identities and shit.
Right. Tell me, Alfred, how long have you had your shop here? This is the first time I've noticed you.
Newly arrived in Waterdeep.
So, you have yet
Just
to
came
tell...
in a couple days ago.
Oh, very nice. You have yet to tell me how much this dagger is.
Well, to pay a decent amount to get it. So I'm going to offer it to you for a low price, 75 silver.
God, Jesus Christ. 75 silver. I see no gems in this dagger. I just see a dagger. Now it does
But
look...
the dagger is the gem.
No,
Good one.
dear boy, if I was, say,
Retarded.
someone in the night that wished to use daggers to kill people, then yes, the dagger would be the gem. I am just a mere collector. And the dagger looks like it could be something I put maybe in a drawer. However, 75 silver. I understand my status might seem like I have coin to spare.
Finding Al when he's shopping for guns.
Go ahead and roll your charisma again.
$18.
Okay, so he says, how about this, dear friend? Instead of 75 silver, we say 20 silver.
Wow, that's barely going to cover my cost. 35.
If you give me, say, some of your silk and this dagger, 35 seems fair.
I could throw in some silk, yes.
Good.
I'll take like a bolt or a section of it.
Yeah,
that I have.
you can give him like a yard of silk, and then
Yeah.
he takes the dagger, hands you 35 silver in the silk. He wraps the dagger in the silk, and he tells you, you're not the only sly one in Waterdeep. And he just kind of walks off.
Huh. Okay.
And
I make sure all of my shit's still there.
yeah, from what you can tell, everything looks... you know what? Roll a perception check. Let's do that.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay, so yeah, You overlook all your stuff, and you're looking through it, and you notice that where your little bitty trinkets are, like little rings and stuff like that, you notice that there is a coin shoved into one of where the rings were. There's a coin now sitting there.
Oh.
And it
Take
was
the coin.
Yeah, it was definitely not there before.
Okay. Take the coin out and flip it around my fingers.
Okay, yeah.
Looking at it.
As you're looking at it, it has a very distinct symbol on it, and it mentions a certain thieves guild, and it says basically the Thieves Guild of Waterdeep, and it gives you a name.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll this up just like, as random as fun. It says Bequil on it. So you...
Bequil.
Yeah. This random name generator just has some shitty names.
Okay.
No, they're just random.
It's true.
Have I heard of this name or this Thieves Guild before?
You know that there's a lot of thieves guilds, some more prominent than others. You haven't really heard of this one in particular, but you do know that there is a thieves guild that is underneath Waterdeep that is very, very prominent in all of Waterdeep. You're not sure if this is that one or some lower guild.
Okay.
As you're standing there, fiddle farting on the coin, you have more people that come up to you and dilly dabble. One little kid comes up, real raggedy, asking you if you could spare some coin. Coin?
Sure, kid.
Oh, awesome. Do you have any silver, gold, anything?
Go to my bag and pull out 2 silver.
Oh.
Kind of just flip it to him.
You seem very good at handling coins, sir. There's a
I am.
guy like you. He handles coins very well too. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but he's kind of up on the hill there a little ways. He's more closer toward the middle part of town here. I think his name was Fred. No. Frank? Something. I don't think it's his real name though. But you guys could have like a coin battle. Like, you're really good and fancy with those coins.
I might have to look him up. He said he's up there.
Yes, and he always gives a gold coin.
Ah. Unfortunately, you get 2 silver.
Oh, okay. Well, if you say so, sir. And the little kid just kind of saunters off and goes to the next shack, doing the same skit, asking for a coin.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, throughout the hustle and bustle, prime time, like afternoon here, like everybody's in and out. There's a lot of trade activity going on. We'll say for each.
I'll move occasionally.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of see his booth being one he can tear down fairly quickly and maybe move to a different part of the bazaar.
Yeah, you notice actually that
market.
there's a lot of booths like that. A lot of people have real quick teardowns and like they just kind of move throughout. Some are on carts that they just kind of push out the back.
Okay.
Right now with your business, you make 2 gold a day. Right now you just made 2 gold for today.
Okay.
Everybody's starting to pack up. It's kind of getting late. Everyone's starting to move their ways into the inn and all that. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll do the same, and I'll actually start heading up the hill.
Okay, yeah. So as you start heading up the hill, you see one little shop that's still set up. It's actually very nice. It's got a lot of very nice stuff. No weapons, but all like rings and cloth, just kind of like how you had, same kind of trinkets. Just looks a little bit nicer. You
not
see,
quite as junky as as
Right.
mine were.
you see a overweight guy standing there. He's got a big shaggy golden beard, very boisterous. He looks at you. Oh, sorry, sir. We're closing up shop right now. I think I can't sell you anything. Time to get to the tavern and throw back a few good ones if you know what I mean.
No, you want some company? Do you need some help? Let me give you a hand.
Well, how many hands are you gonna give me now? You better keep them both up because we know where this goes.
Scout's honor.
Hmm.
Kind of
Thanks,
just
James.
holds his like just two
Right?
fingers up, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So
We're on the
he's
same page.
just kind of like, oh, okay, and he's keeping a close eye on you. Maybe not so much that you can tell, but you got a feeling that he's not really letting anything by him. He packs his shop up, kind of closes it, turns it basically like kind of just covers itself into a wagon, and then he
Okay.
Neat.
he just kind of leaves it there, locks it up. All right. Well, where do you want to drink? You look like you might be new here. I don't know. Do you know any good taverns in town yet? Have you been around? Have you looked?
Act. I do indeed know one.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll go to whatever his local hangout is.
okay. So he walks down into the marketplace area and starts going back, and he's telling you. So are you new?
Been in town for a little while now.
It's funny you helped me all that, but you've yet to ask my name. So I'll start. What's your name?
Fred or Frank or something like that, isn't it?
Fred or Frank? Frank. No, that's not my name. Well, what is yours? Since you've heard
Savari.
Savari. An elf named Savari, a wood elf at that, in a town, which is awkward. Comes to Waterdeep, yet again awkward. Has a good stand, selling stuff, yet again awkward. And happens to hear a name, Fred Frank. Or is it Fred or Frank?
Fred or Frank.
Okay. So,
Fred Frank.
your name's Savari.
A little kid came by my booth earlier today. Told me that I should pay you a visit. But you're good at handling coins.
Oh,
That's Frank.
that's Jasper. That's very good. He should be rich by now with all the gold coin I've given that kid. I don't understand how he's still poor.
He's still hungry.
So, well, here I am. My name is, well, do I want to give you his name right now?
An alias.
Frank plus tank.
Frank
My name is Bequill.
Ah.
You seem surprised. Were you looking for me?
A bit. I kind of reach into my pocket, pull out the coin. I believe I was.
So you have a coin. Interesting. Who gave you that?
Not positive. Did I see? I didn't see that. Or am I thinking that the guy that I sold that to?
Yes.
Okay.
You're assuming that he's the one that dropped the coin. You're not entirely sure, but you're assuming that it's
Probably so. Okay.
Yeah.
Guy that visited my booth earlier
I wonder why.
sold him a rather fine dagger.
Did he brag about having daggers?
He had all sorts of weapons. He said he was probably going to buy it to put it in a drawer.
Yes. Valen.
You know the guy?
Yes, I do. Very well, actually. So he must have saw something in you. Funny, he was in Baldur's Gate not too long ago. For a while, actually.
Oh, really?
Interesting. I'll tell you what. We will explain more and talk more once we get to the tavern. But for now, it is
Make
best.
our way.
It is best to not share secrets in the streets of Waterdeep.
Yeah, puts the coin back and walking to the tavern.
Yeah, so you guys get in the tavern. I mean, it's booming. Like it's a poor town. People here are spending every penny they got right now.
Nice.
He drags you off into a corner. The barkeep looks at you. He looks at you. Then he looks at Balin. Balin goes, "Yep." And the barkeep nods. He starts to pour some drinks. There's a table in a corner with how packed it is that is completely empty of seats. No one's sitting there. And Balin walks and guides you to it and sits down.
Quill, or I thought Balin was the other guy. I thought this was.
Or
McQuill.
Bequill, I'm sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I'm taking notes. So I need to make sure.
But yeah, Bequill, sorry. Thinking. But Bequill sits down. And he asks you, so to get a coin like this means a lot of things. I'm sure you know of guilds.
Yes.
I'm sure you know of those guilds that like to partake in activities that might not be smiled upon in certain ways.
Most guilds that I know of are like that.
Well, I'm assuming that Vela knows you from Waterdeep, and I'm assuming
Waterdeep or
Baldur's Gate, and I'm assuming that he has noticed some of your illicit activities, and, well, here you are, with a coin to my guild.
Is it an invitation of sorts?
It is. In fact, either you return the coin or keep it. If you keep it, we assume that you do not want to be part of my guild. If you return it, though, it is an oath that you will swear to me. And, well, think of it as a contract. Your goods are my goods. My goods are, well, my goods. But to come into the lower part of Waterdeep and think that you're going to fence or sell things that are stolen underneath me is wrong. This is my part of town, and either you work for me or you're working against me. Make sense?
It does.
Good. So the choice is yours, young Savari, and I will leave it at that. For tonight, I do not want you to make your choice hastily. I do, however, want to drink with you, a new friend.
Let's do that.
And have no fear. Do not think there will be any activities that go against you in this bar, for I own it.
Excellent.
Nice place.
Yeah. You see a couple guys in the shadows there behind him.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you didn't really notice them when you were walking there. They just kind of
Now I do.
yeah, they kind of just showed themselves a little bit.
Mhm.
And you get the idea that those are maybe the enforcers. So
Okay. Fair enough.
and from hanging around in Baldur's Gate, you kind of get the idea of what goes on with these guys. Like there's
They hurt people.
right.
They're leg breakers.
Not so much like in Baldur's Gate where they'll just drag you down an alleyway, slit your throat, and not even think about you. Here it's a little more casino type. Like they're gonna drag you into
They're
a storage.
thugs.
Yeah, they're gonna drag you into a storage room, break your kneecaps, and then say, "Have fun being a thief now," and then walk away.
A little
Yeah,
more refined than Baldur's Gate.
Right?
In a place like this, bodies are bad for business.
Exactly. But however, there is a very like orderly function that goes on here. Like, and
Okay.
he kind of gives you a little bit into it, but he's not going to give you everything just yet because obviously you still have to make a choice. Okay, so
Right.
we're going to stop there with you, Clay.
Sounds good.
You're hanging out with Bequill. Remember these fucking names. These two are being pretty similar. Hades,
Yes, sir.
we are going to you.
Okay.
You are in the middle of the Glimmerwood. I just kind of described it as like a clearing in the woods that has a very distinct view to the moon. You are with elves, obviously. One in particular that you know very intimately is Avondale. Let me make sure where we left off exactly. Yeah, so she's still there, obviously still beautiful as ever and still young. It's not a very big clan of elves. It's smaller, but you do have your attraction to the light of the moon. So instead of being like Apollo, like, oh my god, I'm the sun, your light's going to be more moon based, so it's more like a reflection of light versus actual true light.
Right.
And that's how we're going to play it. So it might be a little wonky.
Yeah.
You're at the local temple, sitting there. It's nighttime. Moon's full effect. Lady Avondale's next to you, along with some other elves. And everyone's kind of praying right now, or giving thanks.
Focus on the light of the moon, the power of the moon, how she flows through my body.
Okay, so and this temple is kind of designed so there's a pool of water. It's like almost silvery water. As the moon starts to peak over it, there's a hole in the top at we'll say a 30-degree angle, and the moon basically engulfs that, and all that light shines down through the temple, and you kind of, when that happens, you feel fantastic, at peace, you know, just very, very euphoric. You hear, so you have fully accepted me.
Of course, you give me peace.
For now. But peace cannot last forever in this world.
Of course not. Unlike the moon, there are many phases.
And a new one is upon us. Normally, I would not accept one such as yourself. I would not give in to such a, well, different creature,
A chaotic race.
to say the least. But a lot of people and followers of mine do not understand. I too can be chaotic.
You are always changing.
So, Hades,
Yes.
what it is you wish to do? What it is? I just said that. What it is, yo?
What it is?
My voice is like fucking going away. Can you give me water, honey? Please.
You get sick?
I've been sick. I worked from home today because of it.
I'm going to
I don't know. I'm just holding out. So, what is it that you would do, Hades? Do you stay here in this temple and worship me for the rest of your life, or do you venture forth and find your own path, or maybe your friends? There is something interesting that I can share with you, if you wish.
What? Of course, yes. I would like to see them.
I cannot show you your friends, but I can tell you the one friend has taken a step towards, well, darkness.
Adi,
I do not know a name, but I do know what I feel from you. You worry about her.
I do. We were close when we were younger. We would read the books together. And then she changed, and maybe I did too.
Well, such we are, changing.
Yes.
So I ask, will you sit here and pray for change, or will you go and be that change?
I am a changeling. We're not known to settle. I have the blood. My blood yearns for adventure. Peace as well, of course. In the light of the moon, but I've always wanted adventure.
Good. Then you must head to Silvery Moon.
Is there a temple there?
There are many temples in Silvery Moon.
I mean to you, my lady.
Of course.
Of course.
Anywhere the moon can be seen is my temple. Do not forget. You do not have to be in a sanctuary to give thanks.
I will not.
There you
I will not forget.
In Silvery Moon, you will find someone. Someone that you might be familiar with.
Really?
That is all I can tell you, though. For the adventure would be ruined if I gave you everything.
Of course. You will reveal only what is needed.
In time. So the moon passes over. The light leaves. Lady Avendel's already standing up. Thank you so much. Sorry. Oh, man. Lady Avendel's already standing and facing you. And she says, lovely Hades. It seems as your time is upon us.
It is.
Wonderful. I cannot stop the path that you are on, and I cannot get in the way of, well, the lady.
Of course not.
However, I will tell you to take caution on your travels. But I will also tell you to not fear what you are. Be proud of it. You are a follower of the lady, as we all are. And remember, she changes, just like you. Do not hide behind the curtain.
So, appear as I am, not as a human?
Be what feels natural to you. That is up to you to figure out.
Right now it feels natural to appear as an elf because I've been amongst them. But that would not be appropriate.
And as I said, the choice is yours. I just want you to be happy. She hands you a symbol of Saloon. Or Saloon. It's very nice. It's crafted beautifully. And she says, this was given to me by my father. And it is yours to take with you.
It is lovely.
It is.
Are you sure it is a family artifact? I don't...
A family artifact here is just going to remain here. For I am the last of my family. So please, take it. And, much like my father, lead the adventure that he would lead.
I understand.
As she's talking to you, a couple elves come up. You would recognize them and know them. She has a pack ready for you. It's fully loaded, adventurous pack, food, everything's ready. And she hands it to you and she says, have fun on your journey. And though the light of the moon guides you and will protect you, the forest is not quiet at night. Be very careful.
No.
And
Of course, my lady.
remember your training.
I will.
Okay, so we're gonna stop there with you, and you're gonna be venturing towards Silvery Moon. It's actually pretty close to the Glimmerwood and
Okay.
Unicorn Run, I believe. Al,
What's up?
Kratos, you're in Silvery Moon.
Oh, damn.
You were in one of the many wizard towers at Silver Moon.
Too many towers to count. I was looking stuff up online about mages. I'm sorry. I was getting confused. I was used to old rules about mages where you were kind of limited to your schools, and there were schools that you couldn't choose, and so on and so forth. But 5th edition doesn't seem to do that anymore.
Nope.
You were quiet. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So I was kind of
Yeah, no,
You're
those,
still real
those were
quiet.
yeah, those were also the specialized mages where you could still be a utilitarian mage and choose everything. But yeah.
I mean, it's been so long. It was literally the last time I had any sort of spellcaster was 2nd edition.
Can you turn his mic up some? On that end.
Please turn it up.
It's way up.
Hello.
Look at his. Look how low he is.
Hello. Hello.
It's not even coming.
Is the
through.
mic on?
Dumb.
I didn't set up on him.
There it is.
That's better. Oh my god.
Now he's really loud.
Hey.
Hey.
Normally is.
Yeah. So. No, I wasn't sure. I was.
Yeah, no, it's a little
So, like,
more
you
open
can-
now. So
Now it's just when you have a school that you decide to
you get specialized towards that
specialize.
school.
Yeah, you just get bonuses towards that. Because I remember it being like you could do 2 schools, but then that was how they compensated for the lack of spells.
Yeah.
Because now you were able to pick from 2 schools, and you didn't have. It was a billion fucking things.
So you were in a tower, learning of mages,
Damn it.
or wizards. Sorry. I know there's a difference, right?
Not to me, there's not.
You have, we'll say, here we go. Random name, go.
Stephen Baldwin.
Oh God, not Steven.
Nobody likes Stephen Baldwin.
He's an asshole.
Even Alec doesn't like Stephen.
Nobody likes Steve.
That's you got Maudel in front of you.
Mods out.
Maudel. She's, she's from the southern part of Luskin. She's teaching you, do you have a school in mind?
Transmutation.
Okay, wonderful. So she's teaching you the basics of transmutation. Can I have that book?
Mhm.
The one that I didn't read because I would have never assumed it would be transmutation.
Nope. Wasn't going to until I start thinking about it.
Makes sense.
Transmuters are cool, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are.
it's-
I've
Yeah,
always
'cause they
like.
get crazy.
I had to
It's
do
more-
the shutter because that's actually what Hades' grandfather is. Like, no.
Yeah, I've never had an opportunity to play just a transmuter before, but I've always wanted to. Like, that's a cool school.
That transmutation stone that you get is really freaking neat,
It is.
dude. Like, you use
You
it.
can freaking
like-
de-age somebody.
Yeah, you use it like Fist and Dauntless, and just like come back to life.
Yeah.
What? Get the fuck out of here.
Wow, you're gonna fit really well with Hades.
Aw, look at these little good people sitting here making friendships and rainbows.
Glad somebody's gonna get along with her.
Yeah, keep,
Hey, some of us don't beat children to death. Or
kill
melt
'em, or melt everything around them.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know that's going on. So.
You
I'm
don't-
metagaming.
Hey, you don't know good people are England right now.
Oh no, you know good people. You know why? Because they tell you that they're good.
It's true.
Don't even tell you I'm good. It's all-
Every day,
Every
all
day.
day.
Boy.
I played a good character. It's
You
true.
got you guys
tells
could
you
think
you're good
about
and not
you guys could think it all you want.
Jesus,
It's like
good.
people that tell you they're smart, they're not smart. If people tell you that they're good, they're not really good.
Jesus, good.
I don't know.
Mm,
Chris Kyle, art.
In bed.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
You know, if a dragon told you, "Hey, I'm a dragon," you're like, "Fuck, you're probably a dragon."
it's true.
I mean, like,
that's pretty plain.
but I'm the king. Yeah, he actually is.
Yeah, but I'm a dragon. Nice crown.
Be ashamed if it
I
melted.
think
Yeah.
that's like one lie that you don't get away with.
Yeah, right.
If you're a dragon, it's pretty much known.
I believe
Mom's
you.
a great worm.
It's, yeah, I remember the egg. You mean womb? What did you say? Egg? Yeah, I meant womb.
I was hungry. What?
That's some nice gold you got there. You got any more? What the fuck?
It's exactly 2,473 gold pieces worth.
I am Norman P. Human. Human.
Right.
I do human thing.
Yeah, that chicken leg looks great. Or I could just eat everybody in this building. Feel way better about myself. Wait, what? Why are your eyes shiny? What's happening? So Ma Dell's giving you a lesson in transmutation. She's going over, you know, telling you about the reality and how you can forge it, and it's yours to take, and blah blah blah. This is like your last semester, you know. She's kind of like, yeah, you guys.
She's checked out.
You guys are fucking
She's
done.
checked out.
Listen, this is your last credit. I know ain't none of
May.
you motherfuckers listening to this. She does tell you,
3 of you are ever going to cast a spell again.
right? She gives you a very
There's not an archmage among all you assholes.
not a single one of you are getting this hat.
Look
I
at
know
you,
I'm
go be
seeing-
sorcerers,
I'm
you
seeing
pussies.
McGonagall.
Right, yeah, that's kind of how she is. And she does tell you in parting, like, graduation's a few days away, and you will be announced in front of the Lady of Silvery Moon, and the sisters. They will all be here. What I must tell you,
So much pressure.
though you are new and you might think you are, well, the wizard, or some of you have put, I'm Elminster, look at me. I can assure you that it takes years of practice, and she's looking right at you, to be Elminster.
I look over my shoulder.
Everybody's just gonna,
You can be a Kelvin, but
yeah.
not an Elminster.
And though we do play with
And
the
don't be
weave,
a Raceland.
I must say, and must warn, there are dark paths to lead with magic.
Good.
We are, after all, hungry for power and knowledge, though both are the same. You must remember your training and your studies. Kratos. You are the only Dragonborn in this class. In fact, you might be the only Dragonborn in this tower.
I shrink.
Yeah, though some of us have urges to, well, do them silly sorcerer things of release the energy, feel it, it is one with you, that is junk
It's
magic.
only twice. And they said the cat was going to live.
Do you remember a fellow? Are you sure you're not evil? Do you remember the fellow student Drax?
Yeah, he's my brother.
Mm-hmm. Well, your brother is a sorcerer.
Okay. And?
Wait, Drax he's a
It's like the-
sorcerer?
It's like
He's
the Bloods
given
and the
up on
Crips
his
here.
studies to be, well, less.
Well,
Sorcerers cannot attain the heights that you can.
I mean,
I'm
He's
so
sti-
disappointed.
he's still my brother.
Well, your brother is less than you, is what I'm trying to get
Well,
at.
I mean, of course.
Well, it looks like she's
Your
trying to put you
brother
evil. I'm so
sucks.
excited about this.
But do know that your brother, well, he has said a few ill words towards us.
I mean, he's just a sorcerer.
not
right?
that it means anything, but
That's what I was waiting for.
Do not kill him. Do not kill him, Kratos.
If you want to,
But he
Listen,
has a vendetta.
I still need vengeance. Don't kill Drax.
Get his address, whatever you need, but don't kill him.
Listen, he lives at 334 Mayfield Drive. He's probably there between 2 and 8, but I wouldn't kill him.
So as she continues talking, we will say that not Kelvin, but Kelvin walks in, and it's the old man that picked you up off the tree. And he's a little bit older, a little harsher for wear. He says, Mardell, are they done? Have you said your final words? And Mardell bows. Yes, Archmage, we have. And he just looks around.
I'm fighting every urge to scream schools out and throw my shit.
So he
Alice Cooper plays.
he comes
I don't
in
know why.
and he digs right in. He says,
So
"Open
weird,
your
that's hard.
spell books to whatever page is open. It is time to learn something."
I thought we were done.
What's that, young Kratos?
Nothing. No, nothing, sir. I just open up a book, random page.
Okay, everybody, dip your quills in ink and prepare to write what I do. And he starts drawing runes and shit up on the board, and he goes, "This is the school of
Just like a hermetic to give you the homework on the last day of school.
He says, "This is the school of
Yes.
transmutation."
Damn it, James.
Tell me, someone, what does it mean to be a transmuter?
Goddamn test.
Anyone?
Jeez knows.
Kratos.
We learn to manipulate and turn things into what we want to turn them into.
Wrong.
Kind of. I mean, Steve sounded like he had a pretty solid answer going.
At
so
your level, I would expect such an answer to be so lackluster and informative of exactly what it is
I
we
hope this
do.
dick makes you go evil too.
You make it seem
You
like we are.
wonder why I hate mages.
You make it seem as if we are just mere sorcerers making little fiddly stuff.
Well, no, we could turn iron to gold, and
That is what your concern
no,
is.
I'm just as an example.
Out of your training in the last 2 years, you have learned that we can turn iron to gold.
I mean, that would be pretty lucrative. I mean, legitimately speaking.
Kratos,
Wow.
your concerns and studies should have been learning not how to make yourself money. But maybe if
Savari's best friend.
However, it does take matter 3 to do that. Oh,
Do you look at me? I'm a dragonborn. Of course I want to win.
right,
Kratos, let's talk.
We all have mutual benefits here.
I understand that in your blood
All of a sudden,
runs
Kratos became cool.
an affinity for things that are shiny. But I assure you, you should resist said urges, or you will find yourself with a gold quill and nothing. Transmutation on a level of I can turn iron to gold, and he looks at the class, is very, very stupid. It is not what transmutation is about. Yeah! Woo! School's out, bitches. Let's go. Give me that fucking ribbon. So he carries on, and he goes into some in-depth detail about transmutation, and he shows you these runes. And what he does is up onto the whiteboard, he like summons a little bug, and then he takes that bug, and basically in front of you it parts, and then he brings it back together into a different animal. And he says, with transmutation, it's not just about turning things into what we want. You can create at will. You literally fooled reality into your belief. It is much farther than iron to gold.
It was just an example.
It is the simplest of tasks. Do not limit yourselves to this thinking. For when you stop searching for more, then what are you? I will see you all at the tower. Not this one. Our tower is, well, not fit for the sisters. But we will see you. Smiles on. I assume that there will be
I don't have lips.
festivities that run tonight.
He visits like Ultron and his fucked up lips.
Are you growling at me?
Kratos, just don't smile.
I assume there will be festivities that partake tonight. I can only give you advice on not to be too stupid.
That's you, Eric. We all know.
You know, Kratos, I do think you've chosen the right school. Always wise with the mouth you were.
I have to use my words. That's what Mom said.
After we are dismissed, I expect you in my chambers.
Oh, shit.
And he bows. Mardell, please let them go. And he walks away. Up to his chambers.
You think you're going to offer me a job?
Kindergartners.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a job for you.
Yep.
Get out.
Using your words.
Kratos, wizard school dropout. Here we go.
I
No.
almost graduated.
No, that's
He wants to
Drax.
see
That's
if you're.
Drax.
He wants to see if you're really a great worm or not.
Oh man, dude, not cool.
Sorry, love.
How much money you got?
You gotta speak to the prophet.
You are great.
Hop down on this pew and tell me what you see.
God, this is the third time they told me this, and I still haven't seen anything for it.
I thought that was where Heather was. Wasn't she in the church?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
What?
Didn't she
But
speak
that
to
lady
prophets
didn't
in
have a
church?
wiener.
Yeah, that's different. That'd
Great.
have been all right.
What?
Just transmute and think of something pleasant.
Go to your
Is that
happy
a
place.
giant?
I'll turn it into a
Penis.
vagina.
Bong.
What just happened?
Wasn't that noise?
You're not an illusionist. What the fuck is going on?
Damn charm would be great right now.
You just transmuted yourself into a dick.
And he went boom.
He just fell over. He just goes over. You're an idiot. You're fucking dumb. I should not pass you. I should. You realize you can't come back.
You don't have hands to non-dick yourself.
You can't do the shit no more because you're a dick.
You failed the final exam. Good job there.
Jesus. And then you just. And now you're.
Everybody stop hitting me.
Stop it. I can't move.
I am so glad this was done in public.
All right, so I'm assuming you're going to go to his chambers immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably not gonna give you a job.
He's up there. You're pretty sure you should have passed him. Like, he's fucking old, but he's there. Surprise. Ah, Kratos. Come in.
I walk in. Shut the door behind me.
So? My doubts have been, well, put to rest. I didn't think one of your kind could push through and fight urges, though you did have a few hiccups. Jeffrey feels them still.
I'm sorry about that. That was.
Sometimes magic can get away from us all. However, we like to think we have it under control. I'm going to assume that was a hiccup.
Yeah, it was.
However, something interesting, and why I speak that you've chosen the right school isn't simply because it's fitting to you and your desire. It's your urge. When you do magic, there's something about it. It has a little more kick. It's something that's very rare amongst wizards. It's as if you are a natural. However, studying your magic is something that is not natural. To be expected yet again. Although, last I checked, dragons were quite intelligent. Though being dragon-born might be different, I still think you have the blood in you. Maybe you should dig deeper for your ancestry. So, I would like to offer you this book. And on the front cover is a gold dragon circling a red dragon, and they're like chewing each other's tails. And he says, "This is the Book of All Dragons. It is a very treasured artifact. In fact, this is the only book like this. And I would like to give it to you. In hopes that one day you achieve something more than iron and gold."
That's just small scale. Yes, sir. I'll put my hand out and take the book.
Hey, you take it, and it feels like it's got some shit in it. You know, like you can feel like a power emanating off of it. He tells you, Throughout time, this book has been known to reveal things, but it takes years of study to see. It is filled with magic. Lost and forgotten magic. Some good, some bad. I have studied this book for nearly 60 years, and I still have not seen it all. How did I come across it? I thought you would never ask. I've met a few dragons in my time. In fact, I have, well, fallen a few dragons. No easy task.
White dragons. Sorry.
Not white dragons. Mhm. Always. Think bigger.
Greens.
No.
Reds.
Yes.
Oh.
And this just so happened to be with one of the last ancient reds in existence. Have you heard of the red dragon under the mountain?
And oh fuck, didn't take it. Is that going to be based off intelligence?
Yeah.
21.
You know that there's a dragon that literally has made his home in a mountain, guarding a pass that no one can get around except going through his lair, and he charges coin to pass everyone. And if you don't pay coin, he burns you with his dragon breath. Doesn't matter if you don't want to pass anymore or just say I don't have the money, he still kills you if you just either you pay or you die. And everybody knows that. So everyone takes coin for the dragon under the mountain. Which right now I cannot remember his fucking name off the top
I
of my
only
head.
remember one, and it's not that. I know who you're talking. Actually, it's this guy, isn't it?
No, it's the dragon that got turned into the
not
crystal shard, but I can't remember his fucking
God,
name.
no, I even read about him. I
Hephaestus? No.
Was he the one that they made the big statue of, that mini?
I don't know. I know he's the Dracolich.
I only remember-
He's a Dracolich now. When he gets the crystal shard blends him with a mind flayer and the shard itself, and he becomes a Dracolich and goes on to that's in the Driss series. But we're just gonna say it's him.
Okay, I'll repeat his name if I know it then.
Yeah, I'll look that up to find it.
You got it from him?
Well, he didn't give it to me. My dear boy, he's still alive. I didn't kill him,
Oh,
but
I was gonna say that's pretty.
I lived. Something
That's still
happened
up
to him.
there. That's still pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
know, like, yeah. Thank you. It is. You know, not enough people give me credit.
You should probably lead with that story.
Why?
Like
That's-
coming in.
That's the golden ticket. That's all I have, Kratos.
No, you know. I mean, if you did that, I'm sure there's other things. I mean, other things had to lead up to that.
I think you have a misconception of what being a wizard is.
No. I just meant I meant when people come in and they're doing the school tours and, we want to see, hey, do we want this kid in the school? That's what I'm talking about. You will get.
Kratos, the only school tour I have ever given is to you.
See? And look how that worked.
Right. I don't do tours very often. So he tells you, look closely at each page, and just because you think you've read it all, read it again. Stuff will shine to you. It will appear. I think maybe with your heritage, it might be more revealing. Don't let anyone take that book. As I stare at Trey. Addie, you should give me that book. Nah, I'm good.
I really like that book.
Nah, I really like that book. No, you don't.
Addie 1.0 already has this book. Back off.
She does.
Savari's
Well,
like, I think I got a buyer for that book.
Right? I know someone that will buy that.
I mean, I know I sound like a dick a lot.
We all do.
I'm pretty exceptional. But, you know, it is. It's how I fight my urges. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect to any of the masters or yourself over my time here. I really don't. But
Have you seen the masters here? Half of them can't even remember who you are.
that's true. It's true. But I'm big and blue, and most of the other people are short and pointy-eared.
You do catch an eye.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't mean it, but sometimes I have to just use the words. Because if I
I
don't,
gotta say the words.
because if I don't say the words and I bottle it up, it's just not good.
That's good. You do need a release, and hopefully your magic and studies will be that release. But do not give up on them. Tomorrow is graduation. I assume there will be lots of festivities tomorrow as well. I will only be there for the ceremony.
Magic jars for the infidels. Those of you that got D's, magic jar.
Hey, never miss the good use of a magic jar.
This is why I am not a mage.
And oh, what was her name? I'm sorry, Drew. I don't remember the.
Mary?
No. The teacher that was just
Oh, Maudel.
Maudel.
Model.
Isn't that the guy from Motel 6? I'm Tom Modell. We'll leave the light on for you.
Is
Whatever.
it
God.
Bodette? It's Bodette.
Maybe that's
It is Bodette.
whatever. That's who it is now.
Well, is it
Although,
Modell's
it should
the
be
Arby's guy.
Modell.
Maybe.
Isn't that
Oh,
the
Bodette.
what's the Arby's guy's name? Isn't his name?
I don't remember.
Oh, maybe that's the same guy.
I know that. Oh fuck!
Mind blown.
I know she wasn't happy with Drax, and I can't assume that many people here are.
Fuck that dude.
But have you heard anything about him?
Yes, lots. He shies. He doesn't shy away. He's in town.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen him.
He's an asshole.
God damn it! What do you mean he's an asshole?
He's an asshole, Kratos. You talked of being a dick. Drax is the dick. I must say, for someone who was so quick with magic, we should have seen the signs sooner, but we did not. He felt the need to give up on his studies because magic came naturally. Well, let him naturally rot away in the streets of Silvery Moon.
All right. Do you know where I can find him?
Everyone knows where you can find Drax. He has
Somewhere in Cheese points the Silvery Moon.
he has started a show to show how awesome Drax is.
Drax's awesome show.
Drax's awesome magic show.
Oh wow, this does sound more and more disappointing.
For someone who was so put away, and I've invested personal
Don't
time
kill
with
him.
him, he was a huge letdown. Now, it does not mean he's bad. He's just going to be bad at magic now.
He's just gonna suck.
God damn it.
Say what you want to say.
No, I don't want to say anything to him. It's nothing to. All right. I'll find him tomorrow. Or sometime.
It will be easy. I hear he has shows at 1, 3, and 5.
Is there a buffet set up too?
He has these big white tigers. Ambiguously gay boyfriend. It's weird. It's Siegfried and
He
Drax.
has a market. That's all I have to say. The elves love him.
God.
He's gonna be Chris Angel. You know that, right?
Mind freak.
That's the great Ganesh, like out of the
Dude,
second season of Preacher.
Did you see that fucking
Yeah.
video where they were making fun of not Chris Angel, David Blaine, and it was the two gay dudes in the alleyway, and he's walking up to him, and the guy's like, "What the hell? What'd you do with my soda?" And he looks and he waves his hands, and the one guy spits up all this pop, and he's like, and he puts his hands up.
That's pretty good. I have not seen that.
Dude, I gotta find
Mind
it.
freak.
Dude, it's hilarious.
David Blaine Street Magic.
And he does it to a bunch of different bullshit. Gets the people all pissed off because he's taking their wallets and shit.
Yeah.
Their money's missing.
I've seen him do the theft stuff on people.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh no, I mean
he could steal your wallet pretty quickly.
and you know what I think also gets people now with that is because he's so popular.
Yeah.
People get a little shook up.
Well, yeah,
so
they get jittery.
yeah, you get
David Blaine.
yeah.
I saw you get into a fucking ice cube and live. Stupid. I hate that guy. Love you, David Blaine, if you're
What they
watching.
call misdirection.
Yeah. Except he's really fucking good at it. Oh, I'm sorry about Drax. That's not how he always was.
No, but the truth comes out in time.
Jesus,
That's
the
fair.
scars and bruises. That's exactly how it always was.
Actually,
What's it?
But a Jeez was also always a Jeez and walked up and punched a guy that was laying down in his bed reading a book.
yeah.
Obviously deserved it. Look at the type of life he lived after. Yeah. See,
You know,
geez.
it might actually be Jesus' fault this happens.
I cannot believe
could
we
be.
blame a
Could
G.
be.
I
It
blame
could
it
be.
on a G's.
See?
Yeah.
3 out of 5 siblings blame it on a Jeez.
A G's blames
Why?
Drax, and Drax blames
Wait.
G's. It's the showdown.
I'm so picturing Milli Vanilli singing a song. Blame it.
Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on a G.
Jesus.
Blame it on the York that cries at night.
If your name was Thanos,
Ooh.
a G's, it would be wonderful.
That would be.
Jesus is gonna have a beer with Thanos.
Oh, jeez.
Tell you the truth, sorry. I kind of like to go start reading this book.
I don't blame you. That's what I would do.
Do you mind if I go? Am I dismissed?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Priceless artifact. Can I go?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing that he did to Drax when Drax said, "Yeah, you can. All right, bye."
Yeah.
Thanks for the book, dude.
And you kind of hear him mumbling, like, no one ever just wishes to talk anymore. Just reading books.
Told you. Could have been a game changer. Story about the dragon.
Story of the dragon. The dragon wants to hear about dragon.
I don't want to hear about dwarves. Who wants to hear about dwarves? Really?
They serve a purpose, Kratos.
I was saying no with a message cantrip.
He would get it.
I figure I can always be in someone's head now.
If they
Good idea.
if they want you, they could probably kick you out if they tried. I'm sure he could,
Well, I mean, I'm sure he could.
pretty handedly.
You go to say something and have a seizure.
There's everybody's out of the school, like the younger kids, like the little kids, older kids, the different classes. They're all asking for send me your book, send me your book, send me your book.
Write a spell
Hey
log.
Kratos, what's up, man? You want to send me your book?
No, I'm good, thanks.
So where's the dick?
I'm holding on to my book. I'm going upstairs, going to my room.
Where you read a book, really?
Yep.
Kratos, there's a party. There's a mixer. Want to go to the mixer?
No, who's there?
Everyone?
No, who's everyone? I need to know names. I am fucking big time here. I am the token dragonborn, and if it's not worth it, you know what I'm saying.
If you have to announce
Wow.
your status, you don't have any.
I am the token dragonborn. I'm big time. I don't know who's going to have a better show, Drax or fucking Kratos.
Our freaking token dragonborn.
Come as I read chapters of the Dragon Book.
Just saying names.
Yeah. Calasagos.
The cheese wants to go to this mage college. The cheese
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on right now? Yeah, I'm assuming you're just going to continue, right? He's like, Billy's going to be there, Jenny.
Billy's a douchebag, and Jenny's too easy.
Dirt.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny, how's those genital warts?
She's a tall, slender elf, and she's just... Let him be. He's going to
Prestidigitation won't help.
He's just going to go read a book.
Should have been a crystal
The only
dragon.
cure for that
It
is-
was a wizard fat joke with the fucking cantrip spell. I can't even believe this. What kind of wizard are you?
Best transmuter in the world.
Boom.
Oh, look, prestidigitation, and then it doesn't go away.
You're always fat.
Mind freak.
It doesn't matter about your calorie intake anymore, bitch. That's gonna be your goal. You're gonna be like Jillian.
So Kratos.
Welcome to
Chris
pulmonary
Angel,
hypertension.
Trot realm.
You're gonna be the exact opposite of fucking Jillian Michaels. I don't want to get you in shape. I'm just gonna make you fat.
I'm gonna ruin you. Fatter.
Fatter.
I'll just walk up and rub people's faces.
Dressed like a gypsy. Yeah, so you run off. Billy and they're gone. Everybody's gone. Everybody's like, fuck Kratos, we're out of here. That guy's dick. All he wants to do is read books, makes fun of us, calls us fat, using magic somehow. Makes me check myself in the mirror when I go, like, am I really fat? Wait a
Sometimes I
minute.
eat and then get sick of my
Maybe
fat self.
can
and
I dispel this shit? Let me try this real quick.
Poor Steve, he still has seizures after that thing.
But that's where we're gonna, I think, leave off for tonight. Everybody's kind of on their path here, and it's late, and I'm going fishing in the morning, so.
Fishing.
Oh, nice.
Sounds good.
All right.
And you guys are going to be out of town next regular scheduled D&D night, correct?
No.
No, we're next weekend. We're out of town.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Next week, and we leave on Sunday. We still have a game on Saturday, hopefully. Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I meant scheduled D&D. I thought that you guys were out on the 27th.
We come home the 27th.
Okay.
But we probably don't count on D&D.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. That's why. That's why
I was
had
like, we're
it
not
crossed-
out of town.
Sure.
I was all confused. I was like, we're not dead.
Okay, I had
In
it
the
crossed
woods.
off
we're
on the calendar.
we're returning, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a unpack fest.
God, I hate unpacking
Jeez.
after that.
Decompression.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? At the same time, I hate whenever you go on vacation. I hate leaving my stuff in suitcases because it makes me feel like the vacation's over too fast.
Suitcases, yes. But if it's in my car, I just leave it there.
Oh no,
Dude,
no.
All my fishing
I
stuff. still-
hate that pulling up like at like 9 o'clock at night and then trying to
Oh
unpack
yeah,
that
dude,
stuff.
fuck that
is
noise.
such- that is
And
such
then the
a-
next day when you wake up and they're still sitting there, and you're like,
I
Fuck.
think
"Oh man, vacation's over now. Now I got to put all this shit away."
we
or
can
throw
check
it in
out.
the washer. And
it's early checkout. It's earlier. It's like noonish or something. But you have to, because we bring everything. You know, we
Right.
pack
Yeah.
so much food and
Yeah, just don't count on D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I had it marked off on the calendar. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I
All
was
right,
like,
gang. I'm gonna say goodbye.
Yes.
I'm gonna
All
get
"Let
some
me stop
Z's.
this." Oh,
Yeah.
the stream thing's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
later.
"Good night."
Good night,
Great
stream.
game.
Take
Yeah,
it.
later,
Bye.
bitches.
Later, man.